Hello, YouTubers. Oh, well, today is third day after my second chemotherapy. So I thought I'd let you know the good days and the bad days. Um, the first day after chemotherapy, I'm quite buzzy because they packed me full of steroids, so I can actually have so much energy on that first day after chemotherapy. Second day, I got a little bit of a dip. This is the third day, really into a dip, feeling really quite low, lethargic. Generally a bit nauseous, all those sort of things that have been happening. So I thought, well, what would I normally do if I wasn't having chemotherapy and I was feeling in this way? What would I normally do? And I thought, I know, I would do some Yin Yoga because Yin Yoga is just so heartwarming, so enlightening, and so wonderful to do. I can't do a lot, and if you're on this journey with me and it's a really lethargic day, you're not going to be able to do a lot either. So I'm going to give you three yin postures, just three, and each one will be approximately 3 minutes. And in that time, we're going to have some peace, some stillness, but we're also going to be opening up the body. And after you've done these three yin postures, I'm hoping you'll feel a little bit more invigorated. I certainly did, hence the reason I could actually come onto the camera to do a little video. Previous to doing the yin, I couldn't have done it. So I'm just going to invite you along, see if you like it. If you've never practiced yin before, it's a practice of complete stillness. We just focus on our breath, we focus on what we're feeling, what sort of emotions we're having, what sort of sensations we're having. You will need some cushions. So I've got some nice big fat cushions. I'll give you a couple of moments to grab some cushions, and I'll set myself up into the position that you're going to be in for a couple of minutes. Just go a little bit further back. So you're going to have your feet together. So this is called butterfly posture, and if you only can do one yin posture, then this is the yin posture to do, because it's going to open up your hips, it's going to open up the spine. If you've got any back issues, then you may want to have to stay really tall and have your cushions quite tall and stay like this. But if you've got no sciatica or no back issues, pack your cushions in front of you. And all we're going to do is just roll over the cushions, and we're just going to settle here. Now you can go as deep as you want. You can lay your forehead down and you can take one of the pillows away if you want to. Just go a little bit deeper. And once we've arrived at what we call, in yin we call it an edge. Once we arrived at our edge, when we actually can feel something happening, something opening, something awakening, deep sensations in the body without any pain, then we settle here for a good couple of minutes. And we just relax, focus on either the breath or the sensations that we're receiving, and just ease into your yin posture. So you want to be in this posture with no pain, but you want to be aware that you are actually in a posture. You have something happening in the body. If you can feel it, then it's working. Just ease again into the posture. These yin postures are wonderful for calming everything down, and yet opening up the body as well. We'll be here for one more minute, just one more minute. Maybe go easing into a little bit more, yielding a little bit more, or maybe back off a little bit if it's feeling a little bit too intense. One more minute. And we slowly move out of the posture, very slowly. As we moved into it, we move very slowly out of the posture. And removing your cushions, taking them away from you. And then you're going to take hold of the back of your knees and take one foot wide and then the other foot wide. And then place the feet flat onto the mat. Your fingertips will come behind you and point to your buttocks. And we're just going to take the knees all the way down to the right. And then lift them up and take them all down to the left. We're just really easing into the spine, into the hips, just awakening the body. Just finding our nice fluid movements. Working into the spine, working into the hips, freeing up some energy that might be locked at the moment due to those chemotherapies. And then we're going to simply do our final posture, which is just a very gentle back bend. So we'll have the legs nice and long, and the feet are up, pointing to the ceiling. Bring your hands behind you, point the fingertips to the buttocks. Just lean back and lift up your heart, find a back bend. Oh, that feels nice. And then come back to neutral. Then again, lift up the heart, find a little back bend. And then come back to neutral. And again, lift up the heart and find a back bend. And then come back to neutral. And then the last one is lifting out, finding that back bend. And then come back to neutral. Then we're just going to lay down on our mats. Lay down on the mats. And just settle into Savasana, just being aware of what's been happening. You may want to give yourselves a little knee hug if the spine feels like it wants a little knee hug, just a little rock and a roll. And then maybe take that cushion and pop it underneath your knees and let the cushion support the back of the legs. We just stay here and relax. So that's very few simple yin postures that we can do to just open up the body a little bit. And then we have a relaxation just to calm the body a little bit. And then we can bring our attention to our breath. Just breathing in and breathing out. So in yoga, we breathe in prana, which is life force, breathing in beautiful, fresh, new life force, prana. We exhale something called apana, all you don't want. So just breathing in prana, sparkling life force entering your body. And breathing out apana, all you don't want, toxins, stress, anything that no longer is required in the body. We're going to make that exhale just slightly longer than the inhale. So breathing in and breathing out through the nostrils a little bit longer. Breathing in, breathing out through the nostrils. Breathing in through the nostrils. Breathing out through the nostrils, just making that exhale a tiny bit longer than the inhales. You can stay here for as long as you like. Just go back to your natural breathing rhythm now. I'm going to leave you. But before I leave you, I'd like to offer one tiny bit of advice. Do try to sit on the floor as much as you can. The floor is your friend, your chair is your enemy. It'll tighten up your hips and tighten up your spine, and you'll end up slouching in your chair as well. So try and sit on the floor as much as you can. You can sit in any position, long-legged, stretched out, and you'll just automatically evolve into some sort of yin postures if you're sitting on the floor. So I do urge you to sit on the floor as much as you can. So namaste for today. Thank you and goodbye.